We're here to show you Sparks, which is Flyntlok's customer portal. It comes with the application at no additional fee, and you can connect any number of customers to your dealership via Sparks that you'd like. We're first going to show you how to invite a customer to connect to you through Sparks, and then we're going to show you Sparks itself. So to invite a customer to connect and transact with you through Sparks, the first thing you do is go to their customer dashboard, and we're going to pick on Hurdle Rate Capital. And then from the customer dashboard, you click Actions and you click Sparks. Flyntlok will generate 2 codes. They're good for a week, and you can use these 2 codes to invite the customer to connect to Sparks. Now, if they're already in Sparks or already have connected to the Sparks website but just don't have linkages to your dealership, you can give them this top number or this ID, and this ID, if they type it into the system, will connect you two together, and then they'll be able to transact. If they've never been to Sparks at all, you can copy this link here into an email, send it to them, and then they can click on that, and that will help them create a Sparks login and password, and then also connect it to your dealership. And in the future, we'll be adding an SMS option so that you can also just text them a link and let them connect from their phone via that link. Okay, so once we've created an account, we're going to then go to Sparks, and you can put a link to Sparks on your own websites and brand it any way you want. We can even add your logo to the Sparks login screen. Or if you go to the main Flyntlok website, you can just use the Sparks login here for any of our customers, and that will let them log in. So we're going to log into Sparks. And then we'll give you a quick real estate tour here. So in the middle, when they first come in, will be anything open with you. So any open orders, any open rentals or work orders, and we allow them a certain amount of information about rentals and work orders. And then they can look at any open orders they have. Over to the right, they've got their salesperson in the upper right-hand corner. And on the right-hand side is a scrolling box that your marketing department can use to configure with ads for certain things going on at your dealership. Up here, you'll see My Companies. Sparks does allow customers to connect to multiple Flyntlok customers. So if somebody happens to be doing business with multiple Flyntlok customers, they go up here and pick the one that they want to transact with. On the left-hand side, some usual customer portal features here. They can place an order. They can look at their previous orders and reprint invoices. And they can look at a list of their machines and request changes in their machine list, or order parts for machines, or request service. And Available Machines is actually a beta we're working on to provide a list of rentable machines to your customers that they can interact with on the portal, but that's not quite complete yet. Okay, so quickly, just to go through these, I kind of go through them in a little bit of a different order. If you go to My Orders, this will be a list of every order they ever placed. They can come down to one, look at what was in the order. They can then request invoice details, and then from here, they could actually view the actual invoice or reprint the invoice. They can also go in and change the PO on the invoice if they felt it was wrong and wanted to correct it for their records. And they can also take this one and create a new order just by having this thing create the same invoice again to order again. And then they could kind of keep the parts they want to keep and order those. My Machines allows them to look at a list of all the machines that they have with your dealership. They can request that additional machines get added to the account. And they can also come in here and say, report a machine is sold and get it off their account if they no longer own one that's on here. And they can also start a parts order or request service for one. And if they want to place an order, they're going to go to this place order section. And from here, they can place an order that will go right into Flyntlok in your dealership and create an invoice or a sales order right in your place. So you designate someone to look for Spark orders, and those orders will come in and they can interact with them directly in Flyntlok. So you pick your store location, the main store they want to have fulfill their order. They could pick a machine they're going to order for. And then, they can start just typing in items here. They could import a list of items and have it automatically fill this screen, or they can kind of go over here and say, okay, common parts. And then based on the machine and their identity, we could say, okay, we want to add a fuel filter, for instance, and we want to add this bulb, which is a common part that they order. And from here, we have the concept of saving a draft when you're on the customer portal. So you can save this and not quite ordered it, but have it staged so you can order it later. And when they do that, we show them quantity on hand at the location that they requested, and we show them the price, including any discounts they're entitled to on that order. And when they're ready, they place the order. And if you have account terms, it will just go on account. But you can also start a credit card, and they can pay by credit card right here for the order. They can set the notifications, so if there's a special order part or something like that, they can get text and email alerts. And we'll pick Sean McLaughlin here. And they can also set their shipping methods and shipping destinations. Lastly, down here, seems like it's more common in here, like if there's any questions or you're uncertain about a part, you can add some notes in here, like maybe asking someone to call you if you're not certain about a part or something like that. And you can add a PO number. And when you're done, you can hit charge, and the order will go through into Flyntlok. And if you look on this customer dashboard, you'll see that the orders are coming in here, and they come in as a status as customer draft. And looking at a customer draft, these are the parts that are getting ordered and brought in. And when they're actually ready to order, this customer draft will switch to a customer order, and then you can receive it in and start processing it. And you'll notice that on anything coming from Sparks, there's this red triangle, this kind of scary looking red triangle. And this means that this part on this order was customer specified, and it was not verified by anybody in your staff. So that's just another check and balance. So if someone orders poor parts because they're ordering over the internet and they just don't know which ones they are, at least you have the ability to say, hey, these parts, you picked the numbers and not somebody at your dealership. All right, so that's Sparks. That's how it works. And if you need any other additional questions, you can give us a call or email us. And if you're a current customer and you want to go live, just hit the question box up in your Flyntlok and question and say, hey, I want to add Sparks, and we'll help you through your first few customers.